Hello and welcome to Bellcurve Gaming. Today I'm bringing you a 0-NG Alolan Ninetales deck, and I've wanted to make this completely budget, so I've avoided any kind of expensive card here, and I went with Alolan Ninetales because I just actually felt like playing something a little bit different. I've just felt like playing this guy, so I thought, you know what, it's time I actually check this guy out and see what I can build around it. So it's a 0-NG attacking deck with the Rubbish Blizzard. Does 10 times the number of Pokemon tool cards that you have in your discard pile. Now, it's not a big multiplier, but at least there's no cap to it. So the aim of this is just to get as many tool cards into the discard pile as possible, and we are just going to run a ridiculous number of tool cards. So I guess it's similar to the Rotoms, and Rotoms can be teched into this deck. You'll see here I haven't really teched into any Rotoms into it, and I'll sort of discuss, I guess, a little bit why. So let's have a look at these Rotoms. The one that I would think about is probably Fan Rotom, because that's good for a little bit of spread damage. But if you're going to run this, you probably need to run multiple Fan Rotoms to really get the maximum value out of it. But having said that, Fan Rotom can be really handy just to maybe chip some damage down and bring those HP just a little bit lower that your Ninetales can reach. So Fan Rotom is one that I might think about. The Frost Rotom, that could be useful for the Reshizard sort of matchup, but then I sort of sat there and thought to myself, well, if they're smart, they just won't put too many NG on the board, and you're two-shotting with the Frost Rotom anyway, so you might as well just use the Alolan Ninetales and focus on that. So I didn't really feel like the Frost Rotom. The Electric Rotom, I'm really not seeing, too much relevance with the Electric Rotom deck. And the Psychic Rotom, well, that hits MewMew for weakness, but once again, it's hitting 120 for weakness, that's 240. It's not enough. You're two-shotting anyway, and I figure we might as well just focus on really trying to get the Alolan Ninetales attacking for big enough numbers that we can two-shot through the Alolan Ninetales rather than anything else. Like I said though, the one that I would possibly consider teching in, if you can find space, oops, get rid of this, is this Fan Rotom here, just for that spread damage. But let's get into the deck. How are we building it? Well, we're going to build it completely around a Zeb Striker engine. I was actually considering making this like a 0-NG 0 supported deck, but it was just too hard. So we went with just the Zeb Striker engine, which just allows us to sprint our hand and get lots of tool cards into the bin. We've also got Happy, which just allows us to look at the top 6 cards of our deck, put 2 of them into our hand, discard all the others, so hopefully getting lots of tool cards in the bin that way as well. We got Sightseer just to get rid of the hands, the cards from our hand. Hopefully putting lots of tool cards into our bin. The advantage of Sightseer is we can keep the bits and pieces that we need as well. And I have also got Brock's Grit sitting in here. So because we aren't running any Rotoms, we do need to make sure that we've got Alolan, Ninetales right through the match, so we do need to use a Brock's Grid at some point. I've got 2 here simply because we might sprint one away at some stage, so in the early game, especially how often they seem to like to sit in my hand in the start of the match. So the 2 here is really to try and make sure we've hopefully got one down the bottom of our deck, so that way we can get into it later. Fiona's here to make sure that we don't deck out, so we're churning through our deck really quickly, getting lots of tool cards in there. Then we can Whirlpool Suction to make sure that we switch obviously one of our opponent's Pokemon and avoid deck out with the Fiona. So the rest of it's just about speeding through. So we got 4 Acrobikes to speed through. We've got a couple of Pokecoms to be able to search out our guys if we need to. A couple of great catches to pull things off the deck. In terms of the tool cards themselves, let's just quickly look at it. We've got skateboards maxed out because we don't have any other way of switching, so that's our retreat options to get into our Alolan Ninetales. We've got 1 Fairy Charm fighting, just because I felt like, not that I'm seeing many fighting decks around the place, like fighting GX decks, but I felt like having it in here just covers that a little bit. Same thing with the grass, I guess. Not seeing many around, but if they've got a grass Pokemon they're relying on, grass deck they're relying on, Vileplume or something, that's something we could go with. Mind you, Vileplume, we could also use Fairy Charm, I guess. Fairy Charm ability, that's the one. We have Fairy Charm Lightning, just in case we see Pikarom or something resurge. Not seeing Pikarom much either, really, at the moment. We've got Fairy Charm Dragon. The advantage is we are actually hitting dragons for weakness as well, which is absolutely awesome, because dragons seem to be around quite a bit at the moment. Plus that gives us protection from the dragons. Try and give us some hope against MewMew. MewMew's got so many tools at its disposal, it's got so many ways to play, but we've got Fairy Charm Psychic to try and prevent the damage from MewMew decks and Psychic decks, GX decks in general. And also Fairy Charm Ultra Beast, we have a 2 count on just in case we come up against Nagalord or something like that. So yeah, it's Nagalord. We've actually got 4 Fairy Charms that we can go to. And then the rest of our tool cards are just ones that we can attach and they discard themselves. So lots of ways to get lots of tool cards into the deck and hopefully just start smashing with our Ninetales. So let's get into some games. Hello Fnatic91 and welcome. Let's see how that's working. Been having a little bit of difficulty trying to get it recording fine. It was like lagging as anything. So we'll see how this goes. So we've got Tinachomp. Which is good in that I hit for weakness, but I don't have the greatest starting hand right now. We need to hope these acrobikes get us into something. And something pretty awesome. And pretty quickly too. Another Tinachomp. Cynthia and Caitlin. So I can force you to switch that to that Tinachomp. You can stamp me. This could be good or bad. We got the Blitzer, we've still got a couple of acrobikes, plus we got Sightseer this time. So that is good. And we got ourselves an Alolan Ninetales, so that's pretty good by me. We'll grab the Brock's Grit. We might get rid of that Brock's Grit, yep. Quickly Akbike ourselves. Yep, grab the Blitzel, that sounds good. Assuming this guy's probably down on the next one. But what can you do? I do think we get rid of Brock's Grit here and be as greedy as possible. These are the ones I'm discarding, yep. We've got 2 Brock's Grits. We need to desperately get ourselves set up. Couple of Alolan Ninetales, which is nice. For the next turn. We'll run a little Raw. Make you switch. And leave it there. Do you want me to stamp me back to 6? So we had a couple of Alolan Ninetales, which is good. We didn't get too much in the bin. 2, 3, 4, 4. Plus these 2, so that'll be 6. Plus Sightseer could help us out. We need some Zeb Strikers. That's what we're really after now. Hoping that you don't have the KO here. That'd be great. And keep in mind, like, I'm hitting 60, so it's 120 with weakness at the moment. So that's pretty good. Plus we got a couple Blitzers down. Mischievous. So you're going to have more, if you're running Mischievous, you're definitely going to have more stamps. So linear attack, who are you going to go after? Backline Vulpix. Okay. Can you attack anyone? Yeah, it's any of them, so it's not just bench. Awesome, good top deck. Liking the top deck there. So we'll get this on up. We'll get this one up. Quickly Sightseer. Draw another 5. Ugh, the Brock straight away is not great. Well, we're running with 4 Alolan Ninetales. That's just how we roll at the moment. Sprint. An extra 10 damage into the bin. Anyway, so I'm hitting 140. Technically, there's an extra 20, which is always nice. Well, Giant Bomb. Medical Barrier. I'll decide on whether or not I want that after. We'll hit in. Beautiful 140. So that's decent. I didn't actually take a look at what Fairy Charms I've been hitting, because a Fairy Charm Dragon would be really good. I haven't actually hit, basically, any of my Fairy Charms yet. The Fairy Charm Dragon will be absolute clutch. So that's what we're looking for, some Fairy Charm Dragons. Second Zeb Strike would be nice. The stamps sort of don't bother me anymore. So I liken that. Another linear attack doesn't really do too much. The GG and GX is probably the most concerning thing I could think about. If you had like an extra couple of, well, fighting energies to it. Discarding two of my Pokemon. Is it discard? Yeah, it does, yeah. I think that's a fair ways away, the whole GG and DX. Rainbow and Karate Belt. So you do get that move off this turn, which is unfortunate. So you have got one of my Alolan Ninetales out. So I'm looking for another Vulpix, preferably two Vulpix this turn, because I've lost both Brock's Grits. So preferably two Vulpix, another Zeb Striker. Wow, GGNGX me instead. Interesting call. Okay, well I wasn't expecting that. Let's happy. Grab ourselves a Ninetales. Oh, that's not good. No Fairy Charm Dragon. Okay, well, I'm down to one possible Ninetales left in deck. We want to chuck the Shrine out there. We need to hope that we hit into a Vulpix here. And we don't. But we do have another Zeb Striker. Keep digging. Still don't. We do get the Fairy Charm Dragon, which is nice. We get the Vulpix. Awesome stuff. Okay, we'll chuck that on. We'll chuck this. It doesn't really matter, I suppose, because I can discard it next turn. Do I want to chuck Blitzel down? Might as well. We'll chuck it out there. And Rubbish Blizzard. Hit you out. So I've literally got one more Vulpix that's playable. I've got to hope it's not prized either. Oh yeah, I still have U-turn board. I forgot I was going to make some changes to this. Whoops, my bad. Now I know U-turn board is like a strange one. I'm not going to include the first match. I did win it, but it doesn't matter. U-turn board is a bit of a strange one to have in here, but I've got no other ways of like retreating, things like that beyond the escape boards, and I kind of want to just be able to ditch the escape boards and use U-turn board. That was the idea behind it, but yeah, there's other cards I need. What did I need? I needed Great Catchers. So a board's going to go for a Great Catcher. Probably something else. I don't know. I wish these Brock's Grits would like wait to the bottom of the deck. Gonna stamp me. That's why I'm tempted to nearly add a... Like, tempted to add a power pad. But it's just... Everything you add takes away from something, so... I don't know, we'll work it out. So this is where GGNGX would have actually done something to me. It's gonna linear attack me, so I need to get a Ninetales up there. We got a third Zeb Striker going. Get this here. We got to be careful of deck out, and not decking out. In fact, have we got this yet? I actually don't know. I'm sure we've got enough tool cards in here. Surely we do. Let's just acrobat. We'll ditch that. Why not? Let's happy the rest of our deck. Ah, there's our Ninetales. And yeah, that's our entire deck gone. We've got that many tool cards in the bin. That would easily have the one-shot the game. So that's the sort of matchup we want. Those dragon decks, ideally. Hello, Ferno. Welcome. Alright. I'm feeling like with the typing and the deck box and everything like that, we're dealing with MewMew. How confident am I with MewMew? About 0% confident? We'll see how we go. Alright. I mean, we've got ability and psychic charms to try and help us get out of trouble. Thankfully, Sightseer's here right now. The rest of this ain't great. Yep, dealing with MewMew. And going second as an evolution deck against it, so that's a thing. Have you got the turn 1 welder? Surprised you didn't thin your deck first. Yeah, you do have the turn 1 welder. I am shocked that you didn't thin your deck first there. Before the poker, yeah. So we need probably a second Blitzel because we're going to get KO'd first turn of the match. It's 100% for sure. 100% guaranteed. Well, after my first turn of the match, I should say. Well, at least we can put this back. Go and get ourselves out a Vulpix to begin this. We'll get a Psych Energy to you. We'll put the board to this guy because one, two things are going to happen. You're just going to KO me or I somehow survive. We're going to get rid of both of these. And, you know, I'm happy to get into another Blitzel, which is what ends up happening here. We'll chuck this Blitzel down. We will get rid of the Fairy Charm. Let's just check how many. So we all Zeb Strikers. We have prized 1 Vulpix, prized 1 Ninetales. That's fine. We'll quickly Metal Core to you for the sake of it. Chuck Shrine down. And make a little bit of a retreat to keep this Blitzel alive. And hoping that Hapu can go to do some work here. So get ourselves a Zeb Striker, a Ninetales, and then just some setup after that. So Zeb Striker and Ninetales would be the ideal out of the Hapu. So I'd be really happy with. We're hoping this Fairy Charm does a lot for us. But you're going to have, like, Reshiroms and... Well, sorry, Reshiroms. Yeah, Reshiroms. That's probably what it is. It's coming here to wreck my day. And I don't have an answer to that. I really don't. Plus, if you got anything that places damage counters... Don't really have an answer to that either. Whatever happens with our Ninetales next. Okay, getting a Charizard to bin it. Okay. If we don't see Reshazard hit the field, it'd be nice. I prefer that you rely purely on MewMews. 1, 2. Wow, non-stuffable damage at the moment. Okay, choosing not to attack. Interesting. Well, we're happy. Vulpixes are too important. Well, since I've got another turn, I might actually just keep the Sightseer. Except that I'll lose those. Hold on to the board for a turn. And just sit back and wait. See what we want to do. I really don't know why he didn't take Blitzer out there. Really not sure why. Sitting in Caitlin. So I haven't found any Zeb Strikers yet, and we got 4 in deck. Kind of getting to a stage where we need to find them. Now this doesn't hit through anything special, does it? No. Assuming that you attack this time. Otherwise we'll chuck the escape board onto the Blitzel here. No, you're going to attack it. Okay. Ah, we got ourselves a Zeb Striker. Beautiful. We'll Sightseer. Get rid of this. So there is the Ninetales. The Fairy Charm ability. We'll get a Sightseer out of that. And... oh, do we want to sprint this hand? Possibly. We possibly want to hold it for a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm only going to get an extra damage counter on there, 8. And I think keeping Great Catcher is just worthwhile, just in case this thing runs away. For 1 turn, we'll keep the Great Catcher. Because like I said, I'm only going to get 1 more extra. I mean, I could ramp, I guess, after that. Is that thought? But we'll just hold. Tackle. So the Espeon Deoxys is something that really worries me. I need to get this up really quickly. So that way 200 damage counters can't get them both at the same time. The Espeon Deoxys can hit through that though, so we need to find our other Psychic Charm. Although he didn't bench it, so that's good. If you get the 200 now, I'll be devastated. Which you didn't go for. Okay. Interesting. Is there anything that can bench snipe? Naganadel can, so you can snipe this right now. And then damage counter, like place damage counters. Yeah. So I'm tempted to pull... leaving this one up's fine. So next turn will be placing damage counters if you can pull everything together that you need. We don't want to pull this one up. Let's just get rid of our entire hand. Got Brock's at grid at some stage. Get rid of the entire hand. Get another one of you down. Sprint this. Oh, that's ability. I probably should have played that actually. So now I've only got one Psychic Charm left. Is it in the deck? Yes, it is. Hopefully you can't get your 200 damage counters this turn. If you had a bench snipe here, it'd be painful. Got your welder that you needed. If you retreat out and then bench snipe. And then you're only looking at SP on Deoxys if you can get the 20 on, which Turbo Strikes probably allow you to do that. I think we've got a great catch of this guy straight away. That's all my Alolan Vulpix is gone if you take them because I've prized one, I think. So I think we have to Brock's Grit here. Unfortunately. We are going to Venom Shot. I mean, you could take out my draw. Which would be interesting. You are going to. That's frustrating. I think we just take out this one while we've got the chance. With Fione down, we'll do it with the Fione. We'll quickly Brock's Grid ourselves, grab back your line, and like that. Yeah. So we need to start hitting some more of them again. We will quickly Whirlpool Suction and take the KO. So we dealt with one MewMew. We got the Blitzel, that's awesome. Got a Vulpix out of the prize cards, that's great. We need our Psychic Charm. Really wish I put the Ability Charm down. Gonna stamp me back to 3. We got an Aquabike and a Happy, that's good. They were happy before we Acrobat. That way I know what I've got, what I'm dealing with. See, this is the problem. I don't really have an answer to that. That's a big problem. And I've just lost the Great Catcher, which I'm probably going to need. Because I need to be able to pull something back up. So I need to be able to pull this MewMew back up. How much damage am I actually doing at the moment? 1, 2, 3, that's 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I am within 2-shot range. Oh, look at that, Peony. We'll happy first, just see what I get out of this. Couple of thought processes here. We've got a Vulpix already. We need the Zeb Striker for next turn. Great Catch is too important to lose. Got an Acrobike, hopefully that can save me. We'll take the Great Catcher. It's a huge risk, that one. Acrobike. We got another Blitzel. Got the Shrine. I mean, that chip damage could be important. I don't know why, but it could be. Now, Mewtwo down is so annoying. Gotta put this down. It's just that if I ditch the Great Catcher, I know what's going to happen. Fione, like with the Fione's not going to be able to get this back up. And I need to be able to get this particular guy back up. Rubbish Blizzard. So it's got 160 damage on. I've got 2 Zeb Strikers that I could top deck. What's my ideal top deck? Ninetales. Ninetales is the ideal top deck. So I can pull that MewMew back up. Zeb Striker is not great because, well, not the easiest. To deal with. Because I might lose my, like, I don't think I can get there with the Zeb Striker. I've only got one more turn to play with. There's the top deck. The tricky thing about it, I can't retreat this turn. So I've got to be patient for a turn. And hope. If you don't stamp me here, I could be good. Good, so that doesn't get you to 6 damage counters. So to 6. You are going to switch. Oh, you're going to Miraculous Duo GX. Yeah, well played. Well played. That just bought you the game. We tried. The only way I can think of is to try and lock this guy in. That's my only hope now. So we'll do that. We'll pull this guy in. Shrine. We had game if I actually gambled the Vulpix. That's the stupid thing about it. If I gambled the Vulpix, we had game. All you need is a switch and you've got it. At least we're forcing you to have the switch. Yeah. Well played. We gave it a fair shake, but just couldn't quite get there in the end. Could not quite get there. MewMew is always going to be a very tough matchup, though. Just an extremely tough matchup for this deck to deal with. But good game, good game. Hello, Lazion, welcome. Or lazy one, probably, not lazy on. Lazy one. Alright, check this out. We might hold on to you just a moment. So because we got the poke guns, we might need to poke gun something here. Acrobatics, we got Gardeon, which is going to be a bit of an issue, I can imagine. So there's nothing that I can do to protect myself from Gardeon. We'll happy here. Grab ourselves you and you. Acrobatic ourselves. Grab a Blitzel, which is awesome. That's what we're desperately hoping for. And then Vulpix down. That one can go down, so we can put that back in deck. Ourselves Zebstrika. We'll just go that to you, and hold. One, two, three, 4, 5 in the bin. 6, 7. And you're gonna have the guaranteed attack next turn, basically. Get the Shaun down. Comes you for a Zebstrika. The old zebra. Get you up. Get you up. Sprint. I find like something that we can discard a lot more. So we'll get ourselves a happy going. Grab Blitzel. I think we'll grab this. Although double Zebstrika next turn could be clutch. I guarantee double Zebstrika, which I like. So we might go with that, so we can double guarantee Zebstrika, and hopefully we can find like Ninetales out of that afterwards. Yeah. A draw power behind that is massive. So that's what we'll do. Just Rubbish Blizzard. Get a cool 100. So we need to find, what, another, if you don't heal. Big if. Another 5 if you don't get rid of the shrine as well. Yeah, so we need a heck of a lot more. Told you it was a big if. So we need another 100 damage. It'll be interesting to see if you can oust this. It's not just your traditional Gardeon. It's like Gardeon and friends. Alright. So I need to get 8 in the bin. We've got 1 here. I think that counts right, doesn't it? 8. Comms this back. How many supporters do I still have? Sightseer happy. I feel like the Sightseer would be a waste here. I really do. Need so many of these tool cards. Anyway, let's grab a Zebstrika. Stuff it. We've got the guaranteed supporter here. Let's just bin those with Sightseer. And then get a Vulpix down, bin the rest. We need to find ourselves Ninetales here. There's Ninetales. Got 2 of them. Do we want to bin this? We've got Brox for later. How many do we have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just not enough. It's just not enough. 15. It's not enough, and I think a Zeb Striker sprint here is just not worth it because I've got the Ninetales guaranteed next turn and we'll just sort things out after that. Pokedolls. That's just super annoying as well. Try and buy turns with Pokedolls. So I'm assuming you'll get rid of all these Engis now. Your evolution could be really annoying. So we have Gardeon covered. I'm assuming all these Engis we loaded up onto this guy. Well, enough actually, you don't need them all. So we got that spot empty, and that spot's really empty for the guy that allows us to switch Pokemon. I think what he's called in a sec. Oh, we've got 2 bench spots empty actually. Let's sprint this out. Yeah, I didn't have them before. Let's happy ourselves. Don't want another Zeb Striker, that's just a waste of time. Great Catcher could be useful. Brox is definitely useful at this point. So we'll grab that. Got 4 left in deck. We don't want to do anything more. Just a rubbish blizzard. Get rid of this Gardeon. And see how we play from there. Get another Brox. It's good that you guys didn't actually show up at the start of the game for a change. So lucky Fione, that's the one I was thinking of, Fione. One that allows me to, switch other cards. Luckily that is not prized. Because we're through our deck now. So Lily's Pokedoll. That's where we want to put our entire Alolan Vulpix, Alolan Ninetales line back in. It's this guy, if he evolves, that's going to really annoy me. I know what this guy's all about. Like why he's here more than anything else. I mean, that's not a big threat to me. I'm probably going to have to sacrifice one of these on the next turn if I can find my Fione. The only thing is I'm going to have to Brox Grip first. That's going to be an absolute must. And then I've got Zeb Strikers to dig, which is quite good. I like Great Catches. I mean, they're nice to have, but I think we need to dig with Zeb Striker. That's got to be the priority here. So we'll start with the Brox. Would love to have top deck our Fione. We don't need you. We need you. Oh, well, you're coming back anyway. Welcome. Not because I wanted you, because I had to have you. It's a bit mean, isn't it? Yeah, we'll just sprint. Yes, I know. Get rid of all this. Fione is in deck, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. I mean, I don't think I have an evolution for you anymore. Yes, it is. Oh, I do have an evolution for you. Look at that. Oh, there's my last attackers. Let's just quickly put Fione back into the deck to stop me decking out. And we'll Rubbish Blizzard. 210 damage. Like I said, it's this guy that's going to annoy me the most, like his evolution. At least we're in one-shot numbers of that now. It's all because of the coin flipping shenanigans. Reason why it's going to annoy me. There's no way I can get rid of this, is there? Don't think so. Not without decking myself out. Because we can't just Zeb Striker sprint it. So I guess what we do is just chuck this to you, so if you ever KO me. I am shocked that you put this out when you know what I have as this card. Surely you go the other way. You put one of these guys out. Oh no, because I just wouldn't... I'll have to, don't I? Because otherwise I deck out. But it's too late now because I've just got one prize card to go. But I have to do that, otherwise I deck out. Yeah, so I'm surprised you didn't do it the other way around. I put one of the other guys out there. Ah, you got it. Having said that, I've now got Fiona to... What I'm going to do is I'm just going to whack the Lily Doll out if you don't run this Lily Doll away. So that way it's not there anymore. You are going to run it away. And we've got a Vulpix that we can just pick off with the Fiona. Alright, Alolan Ninetales. And then Fiona down. We could just like gamble and go, you know what, let's let a coin flip decide this. But no, let's not. Let's get the guaranteed win. Alright, good game, lazy one. Good game. And it is time to rate this deck, and starting with damage here. The damage, we can theoretically, if we got enough tool cards into the bin, one-shot anything in the game. The thing is, to make this as consistent as I can, we don't have enough tool cards here to bin them all and one-shot everything in the game. So we are really built around two-shotting, hopefully getting some shrine damage to chip in as well to help us out. But the damage, we can hit really high numbers. You can hit like 230, 240 towards the end of the match with this guy, so it's nothing to sneeze at for no energies. So we're giving the damage output a 9 out of 10. As for the defense, we are a one prize card trade, plus we do have some of these Fairy Charm cards to try and help us out against those GX matches where we can, to make things a little bit more awkward for our opponents. So it just adds a little bit more defense to the deck and versatility to the deck. So the defense, we're giving it an 8 out of 10. As for reliability, well, really actually it depends whether or not we can get our first Zeb Striker up. If we can get a first Zeb Striker up, the reliability of this deck just improves so much. If we can get double Zeb Striker up, it's absolutely insane. We can burn through the deck really, really quickly, get all the pieces that we need out, and then start smashing with the Alolan Ninetales. So yeah, reliability, it's all dependent on whether or not you can get that first Zeb Striker up and going. But reliability, giving it an 8 out of 10. And overall, it's a good bit of fun. I like going back to a pure budget deck, not just a non-GX deck, but pure budget. It's a lot of fun, giving it an 8 out of 10.